Schulman, but other lawyers before you, to your objections to the proceedings. But given the way that I have ruled, which I know you think I'm wrong in my rulings, and that a court of appeals will overturn a lot of my rulings, but
Do you think that?
Huh?
I do think that, ma'am.
Yes, I know, because you told me. But given what I've ruled and what I'm trying to do, I just believe that it's important for me to have all the information that I need in order to determine whether or not, you should be sentenced, your previous sentence should remain in place, or whether you should be given a term of years, which means you will be released because you've already served more than the minimum. So at this point, that's what I'm going to do, and your objections are duly noted and preserved for the record. But I'm going to give you all, I need to just look at this now. Given where we are and how much time you've indicated that you think it would take for you to at least look into those experts and get records, how about we have the defense's sentencing memorandum or brief submitted to the court by June 14th.
Reverse. Maybe the people go first, because I like to see his before we.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know what date is good, but.
How about we'll have the prosecutor go. Okay, that is correct. That you all did agree previously that the prosecutor should submit what they're arguing first, because how do you respond if you don't know what they're asking for? I'm sorry. I'll have the prosecutor's brief due by June 14th. And once you receive the prosecutor's brief, how long do you think it'll take you to respond?
2 weeks.
Okay, so that will put us at June 28th for your response to be due. And then how about we have the first sentencing hearing occur on Thursday, July the 11th, and I want to do in the afternoon, so that way Mr. Schulman doesn't get carted away to any other courtrooms.
Thank you.
I have drug court that's at 1:30, so how about we have you all appear here on Thursday, July the 11th at 2 p.m. And that's when we'll do the hearing. Now, I don't know whether there's going to be any testimony that will need to be taken. And of course, you don't know that at this point because you haven't spoken to any experts, because Mr. Lewis has indicated that, based upon your conversation with Mr. Lewis. But if we cannot get everything finished, I think what we'll do is we'll continue to move forward with Thursday afternoons at 2 o'clock being the time that we will set aside to handle Mr. Lewis's matters in the event that we can't finish it all on Thursday, July the 11th. How does Thursday afternoons at 2 o'clock sound for you all right now?
Currently, it would work for the people. The 11th, the 18th, the 25th would be fine.
I'm similarly available, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so
If I may, Your Honor,
yes.
before we close out, if I may,
Of course, Mr.
please,
Yes.
just two things. First, I have absolutely no idea why the prosecution is asking for life without parole. It would kind of help me in having whatever conversations I have with whoever it is to figure out what needs to be said. I have no idea why they're asking for life without parole for me. I also have no idea what you need to find. Here's a good example of what I'm saying. Being charged with first-degree murder, that they have to prove that you killed somebody, they have to prove that, various different things, all of the elements of murder. I have absolutely no idea what it is you are looking for, and that makes it impossible for me to figure out what we need to present.
Okay, well, the law, first of all, that's why the prosecutor's brief is due first, or sentencing memorandum is due first. So they can explain why it is that they believe that you should be sentenced to life in prison, continue to serve a life sentence. So their brief is due first, and Mr. Schulman's response on your behalf will be due 2 weeks after that. And the Supreme Court has been very clear in the ruling, United States Supreme Court, that to sentence a juvenile to mandatory life in prison is cruel and unusual punishment. So the burden is on the prosecutor to establish why you should continue to be incarcerated for the rest of your life. It's not about what I'm looking for to convince me that you shouldn't. The prosecutor has the burden to prove that you should.
Your Honor, I hate to interrupt, but that's not what People versus Skinner says.
It's
Well,
not for today.
But that is not today, but
Well, if I'm wrong, then you educate me on why I'm wrong, but that's the way I see it. The way I see it. And furthermore, Judge Jlwop previously ruled, before any of these cases went up, Judge Jlwop previously ruled that the defendant's conviction for his life sentence needed to be overturned. So, that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're here to argue about today, but the way I see it, the prosecutor needs to convince me why you should remain in custody for the rest of your life. That's the way I see it.
And finally, just one more issue before we go. If possible, you can ask the department, I think her name is Tiffany Foster, to have them bring me down for the hearings and then bring me back. Because it's only like a 20-minute drive from here to the court.
Yes, I agree. At the point where we start having your hearings, I think it's important that you be physically present. And I will make sure that you are written out and brought to court for those proceedings. And I don't see any reason why the transfer should be the same day.
As opposed to written me out, they can just drive me straight to the court and just drive me back if you make that request.
Yeah, I'll coordinate it with my deputies and figure out with the writ officer if that can be accommodated, because I know that you don't want to lose, because of your health conditions and other things, that the Wayne County Jail, especially in the summertime, is not the best place for you. So I agree that I will have my deputies look into seeing if we can facilitate you being transported from Macomb and back to Macomb on the same day, so that you don't have to go to the Wayne County Jail. But I don't know the answer to that, because I'm not in charge of that. My deputies I'll have to work with the deputy chief over at the jail to see if we can coordinate that, okay?
Well, I talked to Tiffany Foster. She's in charge of, I guess, the writs. She said, like, the MDOC can take me and bring me back. All you have to do is make the request. And they'll take me down and bring me back. The MDOC.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that Miss Foster, Tiffany Foster, is she someone that is at the Michigan Department of Corrections or someone with the Wayne County Sheriff?
No, she is in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Okay, I'll look into it, Mr. Lewis, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So as things stand now, I won't see you all back until the 11th of July. July 11th at 2 o'clock.
That's right. I might be submitting some ex parte orders as it relates to the court's order in terms of experts.
Well, my decision, I guess. All right, that's fine. All right, that concludes this matter.
and before we break,
Yes.
with regards to the experts, you have to go to Judge Kenny to
Yeah.
get him to approve the actual funds.
Yeah, I've done it twice already, yeah.
Okay.
All right. That concludes this matter. All right, Mr. Lewis. I'm hanging up on you now, okay?
All right.